Talk to 'em Truth Tuesday, and we just completed our 18th Super Bowl of the Monster Mayhem. We want to get to 30. We got about 9 days left of Most Feared. So, can we do 12 in 9 days? We shall see. But we got a bunch to talk about this week. Obviously, we got the content schedule, which kind of gave us a glimpse of what's happening this week. A lot of y'all want to know, what am I going to do with my treats? I will kind of break that down in this video as well. The reason why I am doing this and explain essentially that I feel like it's the best coin making method for me at this moment for the long term. So we got to talk about obviously AK Monday, Johnny Manziel, Ed Reed got a card, crazy voice crack there. Tuesday we got nothing. That's me. Team of the Talk to 'em Truth Tuesday. Wednesday team of the week could be good. Part 3 of Most Feared. And then we obviously have Legends on the weekend. So hit the like button, drop a sub. That's the content schedule. I'm not going to bring it up on the screen. Y'all have seen it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling on.
All right, AKA Monday. Johnny Football back into Madden. That's a W. Still not better than Joe Montana, so he won't be gracing the minefield anytime soon. And then Ed Reed, the first of many Ed Reed cards. How many Ed Reed cards can we get this year remains to be seen. But I told you guys last week the AKs, they shot up, to about 150, 160. They got down to about 120, 115 over the weekend. I still felt like they were too expensive to invest in, but as you can see right now, they're up to about 140. Early on in the day, I never get to really participate in AK Monday because it's Tuesday for me and that's usually my busiest day of the week. They were up to like 160, 170. So that's something monitoring going to next week, because I do believe we're going to get, with the content schedule being what it is, staying, steady, aka Team of the Week, Most Feared Legends, which has been for the last 3 weeks. I think we'll get 90s this week, and then next week we'll get 91s on November 2nd. I'll show you a calendar, kind of where I'm thinking of how the next couple weeks are going to go. But yeah, it's sitting at 141, man. So if you did get them at 115 earlier on this past weekend, you can probably sell these and make a 12K profit. Like I said, I thought it was too expensive. I thought there was no way they would drop fire AKs again, and then these would go up. But Johnny Football and Ed Reed, because we desperately needed free safety. Which, by the way, don't go buying Ed Reed. I'm telling you right now, we will get a Most Feared safety. We haven't got a free safety yet. Maybe I'll do a prediction of because we looked at it on stream about what the Most Feared theme team and where they're going to get filled out yet. So yeah, AK Monday, it was a W. You still can kind of build these for cheap a little bit, because Ed Reed's is a little bit expensive and he's still over 700K. So is Johnny Football, and obviously filtering down and all that different stuff. So AK Monday, if you did invest, was a W, but obviously not something that I was looking to get into. All right, next, Team of the Week. Now, this is very important. Remember how I told you guys last week that sometimes buying, or most of the times buying the 87s early and then redoing the sets later on the week are super duper profitable? It happened again last week, and I'm going to show you guys with a specific linebacker that we got, Jordan Hicks. So let me just hop over to my desktop. You guys can probably see it now. So the 18th was last Wednesday. Jordan Hicks came out at 517, right? You can see a couple days later what happened to him. He went all the way up to a peak of around 630. So even if you bought him here and sold him back here, you were making about, what, 40K? But if you got the 87 cheap, and remember, I told y'all getting the 80s, specifically when they dropped those offers earlier on in the day of, the 87 pluses, and then these 87s are like 100K. Buying these 87s right away, holding them until Thursday and Friday, and then completing the set is the move when it comes to Team of the Week players, without a shadow of a doubt. I just showed you guys with Jordan Hicks. Now, it takes a good Team of the Week player to make this happen, like a la Tyreek Hill, such and such. You get what I'm saying? So there could be some good teams in the weeks. Lamar could be in the Team of the Week, which, look, if Lamar gets in and he's able to get Hot Route Master, where he gets like 93 plus speed, who knows? But on Wednesday, what you should be doing is looking at these 87s. If you can get them, I'm comfortable buying them under 100K. If you can get them under 100K, they should rise towards the end of the week to about 120, 125. But obviously, how you make the coins is by doing the set of wherever the expensive card is and selling it that way, right? So be on the lookout for these 87 Team of the Weeks. They right now, because there's no supply, there's nothing. But come Wednesday, when they drop the packs, there definitely could be a supply, and that's where you attack. All right, boys. Most Feared Part 3. I'll be honest, I'm expecting disappointment. I'm just being completely honest. I am expecting disappointment. I don't really have much. I think I have like 15 87s. I've sniped a couple for under 80k. That's been essentially my mark, is under 80k. I think I have 15 or 16 just sitting here. So it's enough to do 3 champions. If they do rise, you know, I got most of these around 80. They do rise to 100 something, I'll just ship them off, make my 10k per and all that. So like I said, I can't really put my faith in EA after them giving us a fullback and a punter in the last promo. The only 2 positions I know we're going to get a free safety, and we're going to get a corner and a right tackle. Those 3 should, because we need to fill out the most feared theme team, right? Just like we had to do with the Campus Hero. So I think we're going to get a corner. I think we're going to get a right tackle, which if you watch my last video, I did pull Lincoln Kennedy. I do plan on selling Lincoln Kennedy back. Or not back, or just making my coins, because he's 500k, so definitely gonna end up selling him before Thursday, because like I said, I do believe we're gonna get it, take my 500k, pocket it, and go from there. But like I said, I have a couple 87s, nothing too special sitting there, and obviously just waiting for part 3. If there's some fire champions, cool, I can do the set. I have a couple most feared ones there. If not, you know, they get up to 100k, ship them out and make my coins. Okay, boys, the moment of truth. The treat store. You see, I have 221k treats. That's been the #1 topic on all my videos. What are you going to do with the treats? What are you going to do with the treats? Now, I don't expect the store to refresh, so I still have these 287s. I am going to open those, because I feel that's right to open those, and I'm going to open up the B&D. I'm just waiting to part 3 so I can get all the cards, right? And then we can go from there. I already have my jack-o'-lanterns, did the quick sales, did the most feared. So even after I open these, that still should leave me with about 200k in terms of treats. But like I said, I still have 12 Super Bowls to win, and if we do that times 19.6, I can potentially get another 235k in terms of treats, which put me like 450 and something like that. My plan, I have 2 plans, and I have a main plan, I have a backup plan. I'm waiting until Halloween day, right? I'm gonna camp some treats up there, and let's say they drop you a special on Halloween in here, the treat store that requires treats. I'm gonna be cooking, because I'm gonna have treats up there. I feel like they're gonna do something on Halloween, right? That's #1. #2, obviously next week, I told you guys, and I'll show you on the calendar as well. Next week is when I expect a overall boost. When an overall boost happens, what happens? The mystery pack cheese. So I don't know. Right now, it's about 3 treats to 1 training. So if this was to convert over right now, I would get about 75k training to roll. That's if it converts. Now, the other thing is if they're going to convert it before the rollover takes, or the new overall takes place, or after. Knowing EA, they're definitely going to do it after, because they know there's people like me who have buku treats just sitting there chilling. Now, probably what I'm going to end up doing, just rolling this pack. Every time I roll this pack, I can get, 12k in terms of coins, because 83s. I can pull some 90s. I may do this on Thursday and Friday where there's LTDs in packs, and see if we can pull 90s and then sell it all, and obviously coop my coins that way, right? I think those are my 3 big ways that I'm going to go about in terms of my candy corn and what I'm going to do with it. So you just got to be patient with me. We're going to continue to stack it, but those are the 3 ways I'm kind of going in terms of the candy corn. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Legends this past weekend, I told y'all they was going to do an 84 offer. They did. 87s didn't move. 84s actually went down. 81s was the money maker. So there's nothing really to talk about with Legends. Obviously, if there's Fire Legends, it depends on what the offer is in store, right? If it's an 87 plus offer, where, most people are going to get 87s, and the 84 is going to be expensive. So it's not too bad to be getting 84s under 20k at the moment, which leads me into my next point. Obviously, next week, 91 overalls are coming. What's required with 91 overalls? 84s. As you can see, I have about 5 84s here. I've started to snipe these for 20k and under. Reason why I'm sniping these for 20k and under, we have the Campus Hero set, right? And 5 of these are about 100k to give me an 88. That's excellent training at this moment. I'm talking about, think about 22 per, what that's like, which is where you want to be for the mystery pack, right? So if you can't get 88s at 100k or 105k, you can get 84s at 20k and under, and that way you can build 88s moving forward. So that way, if the rollover does happen, and when it happens and 88s are required, you have contents to get you as many 88s as possible, right? If it's not required, which I don't know why I wouldn't require, you can just quick sell and go, because 20 per for 84s are still pretty good training. But that's what my thought process is. 84s. I do have some 88s. If you watch the video on the weekend, I did pull like Calvin. I still have Logan Mankins. I sniped this Vic for 100k. I still have Sean Taylor. So I have, 5 88s. So if 91s were to come, let's say next week, I can make 88s right now. But we seen, and this is what I want you guys to be ultra pay attention to. Every single time a car is around 100 and so K, they jump up to 150 when the new overall release. Don't believe me? 86s it happened when they were 110K, and we thought there were going to be 85s in there, and they ended up being 86s, right? For the Gridiron Guardians. 87s it happened, right? We were getting them around 100K, and they jumped up to 140. So I believe 88s will creep down to that 100K mark, and then they will pop back up to that one once we do that rollover. So, and lastly, what I want to talk about, Team Diamond investment. A lot of people have been asking me about Team Diamond investment. I'm not doing it, but I am, and allow me to explain why. I talked to some people. Because we're doing the mystery pack rollover, you're naturally going to get a bunch of content of different variety of packs there, right? And if we actually take a look at a calendar right now, I want to show you guys kind of where I'm sitting at in terms of my thought process. So we're in October. Let me see if I can control Alt this. All right. So, let me just see here. So we're right here on the 24th. I don't know if my face is blocking it or not. I do believe the overall changeover will happen here on the 2nd, right? Which means this would be the mystery pack cheese changeover, right? So this would mean 88 to be required for whatever promos here. I'm hoping Team Diamonds is either this date or this date, because you need 3 weeks of harvest, right? Because then we go into a month of essentially, or 4 weeks, right, of zero chill. That's what I think. Harvest, zero chill. So I don't know if Team Diamond's coming the 2nd or the 9th, or we get all Madden, but something's coming when the overall change happens. We're going to try to prepare with getting as many 88s as possible, or being able to get the 84s and build the 88s. And that's it for me, man. We covered a lot. Like I said, AKs, Team of the Weeks, what we're doing on Femosphere, what we're doing with our treats, Legend, and like I said, what we're kind of looking at for the next week or so. Like I said, this video is probably titled The Calm Before the Storm. A storm is about to come. Every time the rollover happens, a storm comes. And you can make coins. There's coins to be made out there. Like I said, I'm doing this mystery monster mayhem to try to make coins and future-proof myself. So we're going to try to do it, other ways with 88s and 84s and stuff of that nature. So hop on the train. If you have any questions, comment down below. This is what this is about. Talk to them truth version of my Market Monday, but on a Tuesday, just to give a forecast of the week. So I appreciate you boys showing love to me as always. Any questions, comment down below. Hit the like button, drop a sub. Madden YouTube seems to be back. The numbers are up, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to keep bringing these heat for you. I'm giving these insightful, because I really do insightful videos like this. So, all right, I've yapped too much. I'm out. Deuces.